And we are live. Can y'all hear me? Clear enough. Let me know if y'all getting good sound. Clear enough. Let me know if y'all getting good sound. Doing a sound check. Let me know if you hear me. Doing a sound check. Let me know. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me clear? All right. How y'all doing? Okay. We gotta be letting them come on in the room. We have 18 in the room. We gotta have a good night tonight. Phoenix will be joining us soon. Is that better? We got 27 people in the room. Wow, thank you. Thank you for. We're gonna have fun the rest of this year, guys. Hosey, thank you. Hosey, we really appreciate that. Okay. Can y'all wait. Can y'all see me and hear me now while I'm working on the other issue, whatever it was? Let me know if you can hear me. Phoenix, can you hear me?
Hi, Chief. Yes, I can.
I don't know what's wrong with that one. Y'all can hear me good? Phoenix, come in. Let's see. Can we hear you?
1 2 1 2.
Okay, I'm trying some new stuff, y'all. Y'all bear with me. I don't know what it is. I got me an earpiece, Phoenix. Um, Trying to keep my mic from giving me feedbacks and all that.
Sounded really good.
If everybody here, Phoenix, give me a thumb up. We'll have a little fun tonight. I asked a question earlier, Phoenix. I wanted to know, do anybody know what today is?
I'm sure they do. I hope so. I hope they know. I'd rather say American Indian Peoples Day, Chief, though. I like that better than Indigenous because Indigenous is, up for discussion.
All right. That's what they say, Indigenous Day. Well, since today is Indigenous Day, yes, and guess what, y'all? It's also the day of the lie. It's the day of the lie, too, Phoenix.
Day of the Big Lie.
I like American Indian. I don't like the other name either. I don't like that it's shared on Columbus Day. That's why we're out here. I don't like that one either. Okay. I can't get the other camera up on the other side. All right, Phoenix, I'm getting ready to try to bring in a few things we're going to talk about tonight. We got 55 people in the room. Y'all know when we get 50. Okay. Let me get a few things. We're going to show a video. The video I'm going to show tonight, we're going to talk about it a little bit. It's for educational purposes only. For the beginning of that, we ready to start. Let me bring our guests on stage. Can y'all see the guests, Phoenix? We're going to have a little fun tonight. And the
Oh.
reason we have this little fun tonight, I'm tired of them lying. And the more they lie, hey, finding out feathers, you know, all right. here's where we're at with this here video. If you look on it, Phoenix, you see is the civilized tribe, the history of the Choctaw. Now, we're going to talk on that a little bit. And if you notice, it is from the director of the Historic Preservation of Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma. This is for educational purpose only. Educational purpose only. Now, before we get into this, I'm going to let that sit there a little bit and let it chill while y'all can see where we're going at tonight. What y'all say about it? That's all you can ever see is pretenders because they try to keep us here. Hi, Huntsville, Alabama. Now, if y'all notice, we have had a serious issue with who is the real and who's the pretenders. I want to go back to something. I want to go back and talk to you all basically about the best way I can say it is I want to talk to you all about this so-called Columbus Day first. And I also did a video that y'all will be able to see as we move on. The video is basically going to be covering. I'm getting the feedback. The video is basically going to be covering some of the stuff that we talk about in the past. So we're going to get to it, but let's go back and see where we're at before we come up to this present day. And if you notice, that don't look nothing like us. The whole thing is Christopher Columbus didn't discover America. They lied. We still dealing with that issue today. And before they would correct history, they would just try to have a indigenous people Christopher Columbus Day. Now, Phoenix was correct about indigenous, but there is records for aboriginal or aboriginals. Okay? Y'all with me on that? Yeah, that was the news yesterday. Now, why I want to talk about this stuff is not going away. But what you all have done is woke up this country. Excuse me. You have woke the country up. You refuse to buy the lie. That's important. Because when you don't refuse to buy the lie, that make them have to change the story a little. And we need to pressure more issues. Before I get into this, I also did a video today. I'm going to upload it tonight. I did it out from on Bonfacab. And I talked about some situations, me and Mr. Waldo. And I would like for y'all to take time this week and listen to it. Hopefully I'll upload it tonight. And it deal with a little bit what I'm talking about. Okay, y'all, sinus is kicking down here with everybody, so excuse the cough. But since nobody in here to catch the germs, I'm okay. My whole issue is when we come to the point, just like political, how we are today. You turn on the TV, you got black folks telling other black folks what they have to do. I want y'all to understand there were black folks, like I said, involved way back then. What do we do about that? What do we say about that? Well, this is what we say about it. It's time we wake up. It's time that we start coming together. Politics done played a major role in hindering us, blocking us out, giving our identity to other people. We are now dealing with a gender identity as well as dealing with racial identity. What I want you to know is nothing different today than it was then. They feel they have the right to take whatever they want, including saying, I'm a woman and they were born a man. But they didn't just start now. This practice has been going on for a long time. Me and Mr. Waldo was talking earlier today about what act or law brought them into the United States. Well, it was the 1924 act. That act was dealing with making citizens of immigrants. Here we are back to this junk again. Immigrants end up with your identity. Some of these people who now are saying that they are the Indians or they're the Native Americans, they came in under those type arrangements. And then we also know Woodrow Wilson brought some in. Then Nixon did the reorganizing. He gave them rights to take our identity even more. What we're going to do tonight, because I don't want to repeat too much of what I did on the video today, but I wanted to talk with you all about this. Let me see if we're going to get some good sound on it. Phoenix, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm having a hearing problem on this side. Okay, can you hear me, Phoenix?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
All right, I got you. I don't know what's wrong with my other camera, so I had to switch to this one. All right, here we go. I'm going to start with this video. Y'all, let me know if you're hearing it. Okay, wait.
Is basically protecting Choctaw culture. So my name's Ryan Spring. I'm the director and GIS GPS specialist for the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma.
This sounds a little distorted, Chief.
My job is basically protecting Choctaw culture.
Distorted.
Okay, let's see what we can do. I done clicked to a whole nother video. Wait a minute. Trying to figure out what to distort on this one. Let's go back to it. Let me pull it off and get it back on and see if it's going to be distorted. Because I really want us to talk about this, Phoenix, for a reason. This is the issue of what we're dealing with today. Let's see what we get now. I'm going to let that commercial finish. Hold tight, guys.
Traditional Choctaw family.
Okay. How's it sounding? Things.
My son is Braxton, and he was diagnosed with deep brain.
Let that commercial go through. Okay, while we're waiting on that commercial to go through. Okay, somebody say choppy. After this commercial pass, let's see if it's still choppy.
So my name's Ryan Spring. I'm the director and GIS GPS specialist for the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma Historic Preservation Department.
So, yes, still choppy.
So part of my job.
Okay, I'm trying to figure what I can do to stop that
and
choppy.
then educating.
Let me see.
My tribal members, but also people of the general community as well.
Send it to me. You want to see if I can put this in?
More so what you guys are right now.
Yes.
You on your computer? All right, I'm going to send it to you. Y'all wait 1 second. I'm going to send this over to Phoenix right quick and see if hurry. Might be my internet, Phoenix, because I am having a little internet issue. It'll be on its way to you in a second. Okay. Let me send this to Phoenix right quick. We ain't gonna leave y'all out on it. I got some changes I'm gonna make, Phoenix, hopefully to my internet. Let me see. But anyway, these are the way they steal from us, is what I was wanting to say. I'm sending this to Phoenix. And we're gonna have to start just blocking that. We're gonna have to start exposing it. While I'm waiting to get this to Phoenix, I've been having meetings with our local government, as I told Phoenix, to get the word out on what's going on with us. I don't know what's wrong with this here um, charging station and then on what's going on with us as a people and people stealing our identities and all that stuff. Noreen, if you hear me, come this way. People study stealing our identities. We don't have any proof, they think. So it's time now we start putting the truth out there where we can see and know that, yes, we know you are stealing our identity. Yes, we know who we are. And as we start doing that, we're opening the doors for more people to see. Politically, we got to start confronting those things. If we don't confront it politically, they think we don't know. Hold 1 second. Let me get this to Phoenix. I don't know what's wrong with the internet tonight. It would wait till I'm getting ready to go on.
I found it, Chief. I have it.
You did? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Phoenix coming with it. My internet must be dripping tonight. Okay, she's gonna get us. We have an internet issue. Okay, here she comes. There we go. You want to open it up, Phoenix?
So my name's Ryan Spring. I'm the director and GIS
We're
GPS
trying to pay attention
specialist
to some
for
pictures. And I'm
the
asking
Choctaw Nation of
you
Oklahoma
please
Historic
some of this,
Preservation
okay,
Department.
Phoenix?
So part of my job is basically protecting Choctaw culture, Choctaw history, and then educating my tribal members, but also people of the general community as well. My office is in Durant, Oklahoma. It's about 50 minutes north of where you guys are right now. Just a fun tidbit. We are building a cultural center soon. So hopefully in the next 2 or 3 years, we'll have a nice large cultural center up in Durant. So when that gets done, you'll definitely see it in the news. Feel free to come up and learn much, much more than what I can talk about tonight. But first of all, I want to thank. I spoke with her earlier. Our elders, they're really the most important thing. I know in Choctaw society, I've always been taught that your elders come first. It's always the elders, and then the kids, and then you get to eat. There's always a line. But our elders should always be honored, and I'm thankful for her presence tonight. She may not be Choctaw, but she's still one of the southeastern tribes. Very, very, very far back. We're all the same people. Anyway, I'm really excited to talk with you guys today. I've been really, really excited since Mr. Keener contacted me last year. So I hope you guys learned something, and I'll stay for as long as you need me to afterwards and talk about whatever you want to learn more about. So this presentation here, I'm just going to go over just a brief history of Choctaw people. I want to talk about Choctaw people in the 1700s, 1800s, and then at the end, I'll talk about Choctaw people today. So the biggest thing I want you to understand is when it comes to Native people, we're a living culture. So what you see here isn't Native people today. This is just our ancestors in our past. But today we're a living, thriving culture, just like other American people. So please just keep that in mind. I love it when I do presentations for kids, and I'll get done with my presentation, and they'll, when are the Indians getting here? I love it. It always makes me laugh. Yeah, I'm going to here. This painting here is, I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's by a guy named Francis Bozier. It was done in 1849. So this is a painting done of Choctaw people living in Louisiana in the 1840s, 1850s. And I love this picture because it really sums up everything I'm going to be talking about today. So over here you have your summer houses where we live during the summer. You have your winter houses that we lived in during the winter. Of course, these are log cabins. You know, through time, Choctaw people have adapted and changed. All the women are here in this area cooking. They're using Choctaw pottery. They're making baskets. You know, random chickens and dogs running around. The women taking care of the kids. The rest of the family is over here waiting to eat. All the men are over here in the corner drinking. You know, traditional Choctaw family.
Phoenix, you want to pause right there for a minute?
And then you have the longleaf pines in the background, which is for Louisiana.
You can hear me,
But
Phoenix?
I really love this image. I think it's a great image. I use it all the time. I've even put it in my office as well.
There you go.
Huh?
We stopped at the traditional Choctaw family.
Yeah, stop right there. Okay. I want y'all to pay close attention to that picture. It come from somewhere in Louisiana. And the drinking is typical Choctaw. Ha ha ha. I'm Choctaw and I don't drink. All right. I want Phoenix to go through this. I'm gonna stop in places and show you something. I want y'all to pay attention to this picture. If everybody see the picture, say I see the picture.
I see.
I want to see somebody see the pictures. Because we're going back over this picture and we're going to debunk this junk. Don't y'all like that tonight?
Yes,
I'm going out and put some cross-reference and lay some receipts on that. All right. Y'all get it on in there. Hit them likes. 106 people in the room. Give me some likes. Because after a while, I'm going to start throwing in some receipts. He laughed, J. Mar, because that ain't his history. He don't fit the history. Y'all see that picture? That picture hangs on my stage. Phoenix, do you want to continue or do you want me to zoom something in that I don't have to talk about to debunk it? I'm coming in with a debunk with you, okay? Can you hold that, Phoenix, and we come back in? So I can drop a receipt?
Absolutely. You want me to let him go some more?
Yeah, you can let him go some more, and then we're going to drop some receipts.
Okay.
It's somewhere in Louisiana. Y'all remember that's what he said.
Well, but I want to start off talking about some real deep Choctaw history. So to understand the mindset of the Choctaw people, to understand where Choctaw people have come from, you have to understand our origin story of where we believe our people came from. So a lot of you are familiar with the Judeo-Christian Adam and Eve story. This is our equivalent of that story. There's two different stories. I'll go over them briefly. I'll do the longer one first, and then I'll do the other one in a second. But we have the migration story and the creation story. So the migration story basically talks about that there were Choctaw people far to the northwest. I shouldn't say Choctaw people. There were native people far to the northwest. And for whatever reason, a large group of these people got together, and they decided that they needed to leave. For whatever reason, they needed to get out and find a new home that they could call their own. So two brothers stepped up to lead these people Choctaw, and Chickasaw. And with them, they had a hopai. In the Choctaw language, a hopai means like a prophet or a spiritual leader of some sort. And they talked to this hopai, and they said, we need to leave, but where do we go? And the hopai had a staff that we call the itifabasa, which basically means a sacred staff or a sacred pole. And this staff was imbued by God. So what the hopai would do is once the people moved out and they started their first day of journey, they didn't know where to go. So the two brothers and the hopai went out and they took that staff and they struck it into the ground. And they struck it down into the ground so hard that, the wind is not going to move it. And he said, the direction that the staff is leaning is the direction that we will march. So in the night, they all went to sleep. And during the night while they were sleeping, God or the Creator came and he pushed that staff towards the southeast. So when Choctaw, Chickasaw, and the Hopai got up and came back out, they saw that staff. They saw it was leaning towards the southeast, and they knew that was the direction they had to go. Some stories talk about them marching for 4 months. Some say they marched for 40 years. We don't really know. The story is so ancient. It's been passed down for so long. There's different variations of it. But basically, these two groups of people marched towards the southeast every night. There were two large groups. So Choctaw led one group and Chickasaw led the other. And, the group of people stretched miles and miles long. But one night, because of a storm, some stories say it was a storm, some say it was a fog, some say it was a fire, and some say that it was a fight between the brothers. But the brothers got separated. Both their groups had gotten separated. So it was just Choctaw and the Hopai that night, and they went to sleep. And they woke up to walk out to look at the staff, expecting it to be leaning towards the southeast like it had always been, and it was sitting straight up. The Creator was telling Choctaw and the Hopai that this is your new homeland. This is where, you will rebuild. Like I said, Chickasaw's group got separated, and he settled a little bit farther north of Choctaw's group. Later on, Chickasaw's group later was known as the Chickasaw. Choctaw's group, in reverence to the Creator, built a large mound that we call Nanewaya, which is this mound up here. And they built this mound in reverence to the Creator. And soon afterwards, they called themselves the Choctaw, which in our language is Choctaw.
Okay, guys. There's a little bitty mound back there. I've seen bigger mounds than that in Moundville, Alabama. I don't know where Nanewaya at, but y'all getting ready to hear a good story. This is some of this junk when you get drunk, like he just said. You sit down and teach your children stupid junk like this. Nanewaya. Y'all, come on now. Give me some laughing faces on here so they know we ain't stupid. Nanewaya. Yeah, Naya what? Because you're going to get a chance to laugh a little more. I was told we can use these videos like this long as educational purpose going across it, because this is what this is, education on lies. Okay? This sounds like a drunk man story. Or somebody high on something to tell their children this junk. I'm with you. Who is this clown? He's a historian for the Choctaw Nation. He came across this junk months back, and Will called me and said, Chief, you got to see this. I looked at like that little emoji where you fall on your back and kick your hand and legs, dying laughing. And these the people that the government pay for preservation of what? Look at that little bitty mound back there. We all can't stand on that mound. Let no one go in it. If somebody find that little thing that be laying on his back, kicking their legs in there, please put it up there for Chief. Tell me what y'all think, because we're going a little deeper. Yeah, that's a $5 tail. It ain't even worth $5. We can get him $4.99 back. If I could half in a cent, I'd give him $4.99 and a half a cent. We need to be asking the country, how do they recognize and pay these people talking these stupid stories? Something wrong. We put bodies in mounds. We put artifacts in mounds. But y'all getting ready to hear a little bit more. Because from what I was told, we got to cut in on this educational thing, and I got to do a little narrating and as we educate. Y'all getting educated? Now you're wired. Okay, Mr. Waldo, is you on there? Will, I know you on there. Mike, I saw you on there. We are mound builders. We don't live in the mounds. Now, there are some houses, if you're in a good spot on high ground, yeah. But let's go and live for us. Boy, I love those crying and laughing tears. Because it gets even better. If y'all want some more, throw some thumbs up, because Phoenix will let it roll. Because we're going to go back and debunk this tonight. Somebody writing this material. These are people, if y'all remember the show we did about those tribes that was created with numbers. Y'all remember them? That's what we dealing with here. You remember they all had a different tribal number, name. They were organizing them through the order of the red man. I think this order of the red man, don't y'all? Phoenix, let it roll a little more.
So this mound is still here. It's in Winston County, Mississippi. It's the sacred mound of the Choctaw people. So it's hard to talk about an equivalence to, like, you know, the Judeo-Christian religion. But for Choctaw people, this can be a very spiritual place. It's a very strong place. It's a place where our origins are from, where we're created from. There's another story that talks about how there's a cave just a mile away from this mound. And the cave is in the side of a large natural hill. And the creator one day had, you know, he had created
Brace yourself.
the earth. He had created the land, the water, the plants, the animals. But he decided he wanted people to share this earth with. So the creator reached deep into the earth, and he took clay, and he made people out of clay. And then he made a huge opening in the mound, or in this hill, which was that cave opening. And people started to walk out of the cave. And as they walked out, their skin was still wet because they're made from clay. So they laid upon the side of this hill right here, and their skin dried, and that became as ours is now. The first group of people came out, dried themselves, and marched far to the east. And they later we called them the Muskogee, or the Muskogee people.
You can pause it and laugh, Phoenix, because they need to see this here hole we all supposed to came out of.
So they was wet. They came out all wet.
I'm gonna get a sip of my drink. You go ahead on and you talk this time.
So they came out all wet.
Yes.
And sat there upon the hill and dried out. And that's that they came.
Isn't this a nice way for us to celebrate this day?
Oh, this is hilarious. Yes, she.
Come on, let's go some more. Anytime you want to talk, Phoenix, you're welcome to talk. You're welcome.
The second group of people that came out and laid upon the hillside went to the east as well, but because of a fire, they went to the north. And we call them the Chalaki, or the Cherokee people. The third group of people to come out went to the north, and we call them the Chickasha, or the Chickasaw people. The last group of people came out of the mound, and they looked back and saw that no one else was coming. The creator had deemed that there were enough people placed upon the earth and that there was no need for any more. And the creator told them that this is your creation. This is the area that you were born. And as long as you stay here, you will be prosperous. So a mile away from this cave, they built Nanewaya.
you know,
Go ahead, Phoenix. You can say something. I know you want to say something. Go ahead and talk to our audience. Because they say this is comedy night. I thought this was a good way to celebrate this holiday.
you know what, Chief? This is a great way to celebrate this holiday. I needed this laugh.
Y'all, please throw some hearts and loves and some what else they say, whatever. I've been reading the stuff. Let's get our numbers and our vibes up. They say the more hearts and loves we show up and likes, the better we go. Come on. We're gonna bring this year out in style. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna go into this stuff and we're gonna expose how stupid governmental people can be paying for this junk. That's preservation, y'all. I want to hear what some of y'all have to say. Jamar, if you want to come on stage and join me in Phoenix, you and Ishmael, you are welcome. Because I would love for y'all to join my party tonight. Because I've had a good day today. Yeah, that's it, Phoenix. Wow, Naya. They all come out of there, y'all. Phoenix got it there for y'all. I'm going to drop some receipts on
Wait
this.
a minute. Why the Cherokee came out third?
I don't know. Maybe that's why they lighter.
And Choctaw and Chickasaw, we know they was brothers. Why would they put the Cherokee before the twin?
Maybe they the sand. They came out of sand, maybe.
That's crazy.
I'm trying to see what our audience is saying over here.
And trying to liken it to biblical texts, even Jacob and Esau came from a mama.
Yeah, but not these people.
No, they came from
the hole.
They came from the hole.
Yeah, they come from the hole. And they think we stupid enough to believe they came from the hole.
Naniwaya is not even a Choctaw word. So
no, ma'am. Ishmael, Jamar, I dropped in the link if you want to come on and come on stage. Much as y'all research, they should join us on stage in Phoenix.
Yes, indeed.
So y'all know Chief do have good humor.
So the
Evan say so. Dry clay, dry white now.
Red bayou clay turns white. Okay.
Down in the Delta states, you get red and black mud down here. Are y'all enjoying tonight? Because it's just getting good and started, huh, Phoenix? All right. Yes. Phoenix, give her another little taste of this Naniwaya.
So Naniwaya and Naniwaya Cave are still here today. They're both owned by the Mississippi Band of Choctaw Indians, which is another federally recognized Choctaw tribe. They're one of our brother tribes. Well, they're the same tribe. They just have their own constitution, their own chief, their own government.
They don't know what they do.
But every year I get the opportunity to come out and visit the mound. I go to Mississippi to play stickball every year. And I'll talk about stickball a little bit later. But these locations here are probably, to me, the most important things that we still have today. And unlike most Native American people, we own our origin place. Other tribes.
We're enjoying the video that you chose for tonight. Phoenix, you got something to say?
Unlike other Native American tribes, we own our sacred place where we came from.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Tribes don't own their spiritual areas, but we're lucky enough to. So anyway, that's the I consider that my long boring part.
Now, y'all know we have been doing math.
I'm gonna get a lot more animated now, but those stories are extremely important. Those stories have been passed down for thousands and thousands of years by Choctaw people. And I can kind of explain here in a little bit of how long they have been passed down. So Choctaw people are originally from the homelands, which is Mississippi and Alabama. It's this purple area on this map. Later on, we moved into Louisiana, Arkansas, moved into Texas, and then later were removed to Oklahoma. But there's this one area, and it's, let's see if I can show it. It's this strip right here, and it's called the Black Belt Prairie. It's a natural prairie system that's in that area.
The Black Belt Prairie.
And this is kind of what it looks like. It's a beautiful area if you go out. It's a really beautiful prairie. For me, I'm not really a scenery guy, so I go out and I'm like, okay, there's some flowers. That's cool. Some grass. Okay, that's fun. You know, cows eat it. Cool. But when I heard the story about how this area was created, that's when it really stuck in of how important this area is. There's an old Choctaw story that talks about how this area one time was a forest. And there were these large lumbering beasts that were walking around the forest. And the Choctaw people tried to stay away from them because they were so big. But these beasts would walk up to the trees. They would eat the leaves, they'd break the branches, and they'd scrape the bark off the trees. Well, what happens when you do that to trees? They die. So over a long period of time, all the trees in this area died. And it created this prairie system that we see today. What's neat about this story is this story was recorded by some of DeSoto's men when they were coming through in the 1500s, sorry, when DeSoto came through. And it's just a really neat story because it talks about these large beasts in detail in the story. Can you guys guess what those beasts might have been? Anything? They're bigger than buffalo.
Grammarly is a must-have for students.
Okay, y'all, while we're getting this commercial out the way, things getting out the way, y'all still laughing? Because I'm still, every time I see this thing, it's just funny.
He said it's bigger than buffalo. Oh my gosh. The suspense.
It's a good one, Phoenix. This is, and he's the historian.
Mastodons. The American
Not
mastodon
the elephant.
lived in this area 12,000 years ago. And it's real cool to me because we have a lot of Choctaw oral stories that talk about, you know, our history and, you know, how we came to be. But Western science doesn't always take these stories into consideration because they weren't written down. You know, they're oral tradition. You know, sometimes they're viewed as myths, but to us, they are our history. They are fact. So what's neat about the story is you show the story that was recorded in the 1500s by Spanish explorers.
Say that again, Chief.
They was laughing at him on here. Say, is he talking about dinosaurs?
Oh my goodness. Pachyderms.
No, Evans, this is not a joke. This is the indigenous people of the 5 civilized tribes.
They the ones from Hollywood.
Yeah. This is what we got from Woodrow Wilson and Nixon. That's who put this together. All right, Phoenix, let's go.
And then you can clearly see that the animals they were talking about in these stories were mastodons. So that means Choctaw people were in the homelands at least 12,000 years ago. And that provides a date for archaeologists when they're working with us. So this is one area of proof that we try to use when we work with federal agencies on protecting our sites. You know, it's our way of proving through Western science that these are, you know, we have been around. These are our areas. So I just love that story, though. It's pretty cool. The kids love it. Oh, they love it. Over here on the right, if you don't know what a atlatl is, in the Choctaw language, we call it nanashpila. But this is an atlatl. So it's one of the first complex weapon systems ever invented. It was global, so this thing was all over the world. But this is what a Choctaw one would have looked like. So you have your atlatl is this piece here, and then you have your dart that goes along with it. Some people call it a spear. It is not a spear, it's a projectile. I love arguing with archaeologists. I don't know. I find it fun. So anyway, it's a pretty cool tool, but you would have to use something like that to kill large beasts like this. So anyway, moving up to about 1700s, talking about Choctaw people, there's this, Hollywood has done a lot of damage to Native people. It's put a lot of romanticized images.
Because we're going to deal with some receipts on this stuff that he don't know where it come from.
You said the
These
lower
the kind of people Tom Ackland and them was putting together.
Images of who Native Americans are.
Well, hold
and
up,
almost everything in there is.
He was created in the Northwest and then turned around and got created in the Southeast.
Yes, indeed. You caught that.
He everywhere, huh?
In a cave in the Southeast. In the hole.
Yeah, in the hole. Come at the hole. Yeah, that's the Tom Ackland starter pack. And then those fools around here gonna start dressing like that in them kind of clothes, gonna mark fake people. He don't even know where he come from out that hole. He looked like he been smoking a peace pipe or something with this story. Okay, Phoenix. I'm glad I don't drink. I think I was drunk.
There's some of it does come from fact, but especially for Choctaw people, nothing in there's really portrayed. So sometimes I run across Choctaw youth that think in the past we used to live in teepees, and I have to explain to them, no, that's something you see on TV, but in the past we lived in things called choka. A choka is just a Choctaw word for a house. On the left is a summer house like you saw in the image. It's just basically it's a house with no walls. So during the summer in Mississippi, it's really, really hot and really, really humid. So having no walls, that's your air conditioning. And it is amazing. I've stayed in one of those once, and it's nice. It's definitely nice. And if you treat the land properly, you don't have to worry about bugs, you don't have to worry about insects, and you don't have to worry about animals. We don't really have good land management practices anymore. Smokey the Bear has done a lot of damage to our forests. Over on the right, these are winter houses. This is a Choctaw winter house here. It's actually quite a large house. It's actually in the ground a little bit too. But this is made out of either cedar, river cane, whatever kind of posts, and it's daubed with clay on the outside. And then either using river cane or palmetto to thatch the roof. It's really cool. I met a gentleman that was with the Bayou Lacombe Choctaw and down in New Orleans last year, and he taught me.
Rewind that, Phoenix.
He was with the what? With the who doing the
rewind it, Phoenix. They got to hear that. And look at that house at the bottom.
This is made out of either cedar, river cane, whatever kind of posts, and it's daubed with clay on the outside. And then either using river cane or palmetto to thatch the roof. It's really cool. I met a gentleman that was with the Bayou Lacombe Choctaw and down in New Orleans last year, and he taught me how to build one of these. It was awesome. Basically, the palmetto works like shingles, and the way that you layer it, completely waterproof. You replace the shingles once a year, and it's the structural engineering on it is just absolutely amazing. The amount of intelligence that was needed to create stuff like this is absolutely astounding. When I was in school, I'm only 27, but when I was in school, I was taught that natives were primitive. You look at some of this stuff, and we can't do some of this stuff today. I think our ancestors were a lot smarter than we are.
I didn't know he was in Louisiana, but I passed some cars.
So in Choctaw society, the society itself.
You heard me, Phoenix? Me and PC have been seeing cars. Now that's Louisa. She's on my display. He came down, got history from here, and then gone back and start claiming it. All right, let's roll.
It's a matriarchal society.
Yeah.
So in all of the southeastern tribes were matriarchal, which means the women are the ones that are in charge of the society. They're the foundation of running the society, how it operates, how it works, the mindset of the society. So,
do you like having a P.O. box but are tired of wasting
All
time?
right, Phoenix,
And
while we on break, what you got to say?
I am just flabbergasted. And seeing this picture that is left in the frame right now lets me know that I need to sit down on a nice soft surface, because I feel like he's gonna knock me out my seat in a minute with the next lie.
But I think it's time we share what they're talking about, huh? They don't have a story. They don't have a history. They got men, chief, leading them, but he telling your woman is a matriarch. What they is? Transformers? Excuse me. I know it's difficult for you to hear. Eli says it's difficult for him to hear. But we got to hear this. That's why I wanted you to hear it. That's who did it, Mr. Waldo. Tolman, Goat, and Greyhawk. Don't leave Greyhawk out, because he went and found all the stuff in Moundville. He go to Oklahoma and tell them. Then they go down there, get in a lawsuit to get all the stuff, the artifacts and the bodies, and put it on a trail of tears to Oklahoma to go in a museum that you heard him talking about.
Right.
Put on there, boycott the museum. Boycott the museum. We know not to go to Oklahoma to no museum. Don't y'all give him a penny. Wait a minute, Ishmael can't take it no more, Phoenix. Hold up. All right, Ishmael. Before we come back on while the commercial going, welcome to the stage, Ishmael, my brother. What you got to say?
Halato, Chief. Halato, cousin Phoenix. Hope everybody doing all right. What we're hearing right now are definitely confessions of mound robbers. Those are mound robbers right there.
That's what it is.
Absolutely. And we do have the facts and we do have the data.
And they don't know nothing. And it's time we expose this stuff, because who is the government paying? That's like the two black presidents, or the black president and black vice president we didn't have. We don't even know who they is.
I had a question, Chief. When he was giving his origin story, how long did he say that he was traveling?
Oh, he said, I think he said
4 days, 40 years, 40 days.
Something like that, he said.
He wasn't quite sure.
Yeah, he said like 4 days, 40 days, or 40 years or something, right?
Yeah,
He
I guess he learned how to use the number 4.
Okay, because I mean, like, well, wouldn't by the process of elimination be if you're still in ownership of the place where you originated from, why would 40 years even be on the table?
Yeah, something wrong right there, huh?
Yeah, that math is not mathing. Absolutely not. So that should have been automatically eliminated if you were from there.
These is the stuff that we need to write legislators. Tell them to go watch these videos. This video. Columbus discovered what? And here we still got these Columbus.
Chief, I'm finna download the video so they can't take it off.
Oh, you don't want to lose it, huh? Will say they testified, so he wanted y'all to see the testimony. What you think about it, Ishmael?
Yeah, I'm looking, I'm laughing, I'm observing, and I'm taking active notes on everything that's being said right now.
Now he got that from some Choctaw down in Lacombe. What Choctaw in Lacombe was that stupid?
Yeah.
Y'all, we got to go a little bit further, Phoenix, and then I'm going to start laying some receipts. Come on, y'all. All right, Phoenix, y'all, we at the hour mark. But I can't stop y'all right now because this junk is good. So we might have to do a part 2 tomorrow. But Phoenix, roll a little more, then I'm going to throw a few receipts.
But anyway.
Now her name is Louise.
In Choctaw society, the society itself it's a matriarchal society. So, and all of the southeastern tribes were matriarchal, which means the women are the ones that are in charge of the society. They're the foundation of running the society, how it operates, how it works, the mindset of the society. So, in Choctaw tradition, women are considered the givers of life. They are the ones that bear all the children, but they're also the ones that do all of the agriculture. Choctaws were farmers. And the women were the one that planted all of the plants. And it's because they were givers of life. They had that instinct and that medicine to them that helped them give things life. So they're very revered for having those powers. Like I said, they're the foundation of the community. They were the ones that helped make decisions on day to day. They owned homes. Women were the only ones that owned property. So it's not like property ownership that we have today. But if a man and a woman got married, the woman's family would come and they would help her build her house. And then she would then live in it with her family. But of course, since she owns the home, at any point, if she wants to, divorce her husband, he comes home and all the stuff's on the porch. It's no different than today. Works the same way. Like I said, the women were all the agricultural producers, but the women did a lot of domestics.
I got to say right there because that's from the Powhatan women.
Mm-hmm.
That putting
the Choctaw women own the land too, but whatever you marry, you go with your wife's family. Is tradition with us,
right?
And the wife had the land. But this man don't know nothing about this junk because he lived in Oklahoma. So he gathered stuff from everywhere, making him a story. He too young, like Eli said. I see somebody say too young to be the great historian. He still need his bottle. All right, things he get a little better.
It's two. So when I talk about domestics, I'm talking about pottery, basketry, clothing, those types of things. But these aren't just utilitarian. They're not just made for a use, but these are also works of art. Beautiful works of art.
Stole the wrong name, Choctaw. Now they want to be Choctaw. Identity thieves. That's what it is.
During the Mississippian time period was probably one of our peak moments of our artistic ability. And Choctaw people made beautiful, beautiful objects. Things that are just, vivid pieces of art. And some of these are displayed in this image here. Some aren't. So like this piece here is beautiful. This piece here, this is just a cooking pot. But this cooking pot doesn't look as nice and shiny as the others because this is made for cooking. I mean, it's made to be used. Some of these bowls are just made to be used.
All of them made to be used.
But it's really neat. I do Choctaw pottery, and it's so cool because you can shine the clay so much that this is an actual shine. It's just as shiny as glaze. It's amazing, amazing stuff. And we do pottery classes up in Durant every second Monday.
Christopher Columbus ain't stopped. He's still on the land.
To go to class and work with people in our community, reteaching how to do this. 10 years ago, this was almost a dying art, and the tribe has really put a lot of.
10 years ago, it was about a dying art till they found out about us down here through Tom Aiken, Greyhawk, and Goat. You remember Tom Aiken said, they ain't know nothing about y'all till I told them. You remember that?
Yeah.
We'll come back with that on part two. We'll bring that back. We're going to bring Tom Aiken back to the stage after this tomorrow. So we can see the kind of stuff that they go around, still cook up, go to Oklahoma. They may, I don't know, question mark. Are they paying these people to steal history and bring it to them?
That's the thought.
Okay, let's go a little further. I'm watching this
into trying to revive pottery making. I won't talk about that slide, but This is a story about how Choctaws got corn. I won't go into the story, but our oral tradition basically tells us that corn came from Mexico. I mean, it was traded, and our oral stories reflect that. So, I mean, we definitely agree with archaeologists with that fact.
Yeah, Mr. Waldo, I remember coming through Durant.
What is he talking about?
Baby, just hang in here. We'll talk about somebody going to jail.
He about to lose his job.
Yeah, they on welfare for real. That's called government set-asides. Phoenix, what you say? Isn't this a great way to
I'll go ahead and tell
celebrate
you this.
Christopher Columbus Day?
This is a wonderful day. A wonderful way to celebrate.
Story. It's a cool story. So there were two brothers, and they were living in their village, and they were having a huge famine in the village. There wasn't enough food to go around. The last two harvests were really bad. So they didn't have a lot of supplies. People were starving. The men had gone out on these long hunts, but all the deer had gone. So these two boys were sitting at home one day, and they couldn't stand it anymore. And they took their father's bow, and they went out to go try to find something. And they wandered out into the woods during the day. And while they were out there, they were just so hungry, but they didn't see a rabbit, they didn't see a squirrel, they didn't see a deer, they didn't find anything. And they heard this cawing, and they looked up, and they saw a crow. So they took the bow, and one of the boys, I mean, this is a 70-pound Choctaw war bow, so the boys really couldn't pull it back. So they were helping each other. One was holding it, and the other one would pull it back and put the arrow in it.
I'm not eating no crow, y'all.
They shot this crow, and it came down, and they were so hungry, and it just wasn't enough to bring back, so they were just going to eat it and keep looking. So they got a fire ready, and they prepared the crow, and they're getting ready to cook.
Yeah, half of that story is the Bible.
Who eating crow? Oh my
They
God.
eating crow.
Eating crow, Jim Crow. They got a crow business. These people crazy.
I think Congress and the Senate need to see this video. What y'all say?
I think Congress and the Senate sanction this.
No, they need to watch this video with us in the room.
Not a bad
J Moss say crow sandwich. J Moss say crow sandwich. I'm not eating it in a sandwich. Look, they gonna have me being what that man's name was. I ain't eating it in a sandwich. I'm not eating it in a gravy. I'm not eating it fried. I ain't eating it at all. Yeah, cat in the hat. I ain't eating that crow, and I'm not eating them greens out the bathtub. No. Now we got crow. We got gumbo with
sweet potato, eggplant, and they come from Mexico.
Good. These people eating some stuff out there we ain't never heard of eating. Yeah, Mr. Waldo, they say crow is a nasty meat. Oh, no. Come on now. What is this, Larry? Stacy? Not lemon pepper crow, huh? Yeah, gumbo with sweet potato, eggplant, greens washed in the bathtub. All right, Phoenix, I'm gonna have to let you run a little more. I do have a receipt for y'all though. We are not letting them do this to our culture and history. I refuse for this to go down in history without us doing what we're doing tonight. So y'all make it good. Send some love to us for this video. Send Will some love. He on there. Will about had a fit when he saw this. Greens out the bathtub, eating crow, coming out a hole. We wasn't no poor Indians. Sure. All right. Phoenix, you ready?
They had just finished cooking it, and they heard this voice singing in the woods. And they just kept hearing it. This sounded like a lady that was singing.
Yeah, it might have was me telling me you learned.
So they they went to go, they're boys. They went to go take a look. What's going on? I got to be nosy. I know I was a nosy kid. So, so these boys went out. They took their crow with them, and they took the bows and the arrows, or they took the bow and the arrows, and they went out. And they ran into a big mound. And at the top of the mound was a lady dressed in white. And her name is Ahoyo Oshishba.
Cornish crow and mashed potatoes.
My internet, my rules.
Somebody got Cornish crow and mashed potatoes with peas on the side, huh?
I don't even know what to say about this. This is just bad, Chief.
Well, we got to do something. It's Christopher Columbus discovered America Day. And now we learning the history of the American Indians that they found eating crow. We gonna make them suckers eat crow with this.
And I have to point out again, these Siberian tall tales are not adding up.
No, go.
How are you starving, but yet you're farmers?
How was you starving when it was food everywhere?
Yeah,
buffalo, deers, rabbits, squirrels, a whole lot of other birds besides a crow.
So there wasn't no more fish in the water?
No more turkeys.
No fish, no crab, no crawfish, no nothing. Them suckers come from a cave up in Europe.
Y'all see how silly these Siberian tall tales are?
That's what we have to show.
I know the chats catch that. The chat see that. Yeah, I see the chat see that.
Go find that in the Library of Congress or the American Bureau of Anthropology. Bring me this junk is what them European found going on over here. And them coming up out of hole. They come out of hole. And now why? Heck, we don't even talk stupid like that. Our babies don't think like that. Then they came to Lacombe. Didn't I tell y'all they be coming down here trying to steal our history? Take it back into that's their history. We're gonna get the laugh tonight though. Just come on, let's get
And let's also remember
what we doing. The daggone Shirley Caesar song down here.
Right. But let's remember our people are creative. Like we be in prison making Thanksgiving meals out of Tic Tacs right now. Like we're very resourceful people. We're not gonna be
I'm trying to get acorns and make cornbread.
You know what I'm saying? That's right, Chief.
You get acorns out the oak tree. You ain't even got to climb on the ground. And you got a meal grinder and you grind it.
Yeah. You gotta be piss po to eat crow.
You gotta be piss po to eat crow. And how did you save the Irish people? The Irish gave them all that money and need food, don't know how to feed themselves. They waiting on America to feed them. America don't feed me. Do America feed y'all? That's why they gotta get food from the government so they don't eat crow. J Moss said crow pop pop.
Is that where they got the phrase eating crow at?
That might be where it come from, man. Them people might have came to eating crow. People of color don't eat crow. We take that as an insult. When you say eat crow, that means take back that what you said. That's all we mean when we say eat crow.
That's right, Chief.
Ain't no way none of their slaves would have let them eat no crow. Where they get their freedmen from?
Girl, the slaves ain't better than crow. The slaves ate chitlin, pig feet, pig ear, fat back. The scraps was better than a crow.
That's right.
That's right, Gator. The math ain't mathing. The math ain't mathing. So that means if the United States go broke and they can't get no food, them suckers gonna eat all these crows. Crows go around eating dead stuff out the road. That's American waste. That's the garbage truck.
It's like a vulture.
That's what it is. That's why it stinks and it don't taste like food.
No frog legs, no gators. I mean, gator been around. Y'all wasn't eating no gators?
Good. You know that? Ooh, alligator is delicious.
Yeah. They've been around as long as them mastodons they talking about.
Somebody said blackberry pie. All right, y'all. And we had black folks running around here trying to imitate these people, trying to dress like them, dance like them, and act like them, and talking about, Chief Warhorse don't act like a real Indian. Heck no, I don't eat no crow soup. Crow sandwich, crow pie. I don't even want crow feathers.
They be eating crow burgers.
All right, Phoenix. Y'all gonna remember this Christopher Columbus Day. Come on, Phoenix.
I can't remember what it translates to. It's like the Lady of the Moon, I think. Don't quote me on that. But she was up there and she was singing, and the boys went up and they were watching her sing, and she saw the boys and she stopped. And she looked at them and she saw the crow and she says, I'm so hungry. Can I eat your crow? And the boys didn't want to give it to her. They knew that, they were hungry, they were starving. But in Choctaw culture, you're always taught to share. You're never taught to be greedy. So the boys gave it to her and she ate it. And she thanked them. She said, I don't have anything now, but if you come back here in a year, I'll have a gift for you. And the boys didn't really believe it, but, they thanked her and they went back to the village and, they got in big trouble for disappearing.
That's why
their dad was mad because they took his bow.
Well, where was everybody else that these children was starving? And they came back to the village and everybody was mad, not because they ate crow, but because they were missing. But they were starving and they went out to hunt. Okay. All right.
See, you could tell. I see exactly where they stole that bar from. They stole that bar from the real Choctaw, the Jacksons. When Tito stole Joe's guitar string, now they try to make it into a bow. See what I'm saying? Yeah.
All right. Where you at over here? You the one got me rolling this show tonight to make everybody happy. If everybody, we got 144 people in the room right now, not counting who's on their television, on your television, go on and pop that button up, hit that like button. Those that's in the chat, hit the like button. We got 146 people in the room. We having a Christopher Columbus Day jam over here. It's movie night. All right. We learning some stuff here. How stupid can you be? That's what we learning tonight. So this is for educational purpose only. I am educating you not to do none of those things that we are watching, because we will have a show and laugh at you. And this is stuff, them other people who I don't want to give no credit, that y'all know we have to take care of. Now we know why they were trying to steal my stuff to get it to Tom and Greyhawk and Goat, so they could try to help these people get some kind of history. No, not crow breed, huh, y'all? Okay. Crow feet. Yes, indeed.
I guess the turtle was too fast for them to catch, so they can make something to eat again.
I could sit here, Ishmael, and name so much food walking across these here areas. But they went to the crow. All right. We're going to go a little farther, then I'm going to drop y'all some receipts. If we get a little farther, we can save the other half to dissect tomorrow. Because I know right now y'all full, and it's sure not on crow. But
Next year, the same thing had happened.
I'm going to feed him some crow. Soon we get to feed the crow part. I got a crow for him. And teach them from stealing the history. Huh? I got some crow for him. Uh-huh. All right, Phoenix, go ahead. I'm going to shut up. It's hard to stay quiet in this.
The boys were a year older and they were hungrier. And so they walked out. They snuck out again out into the woods to go look for something.
Another crow.
And while they were out there, they remembered about this lady. So they went out to look at this mound. And when they got there, of course, they didn't see her. But they got to looking at the top of the mound, and there was this really weird plant growing there. And it had this big yellow seed on it. So they went over there and they picked it and they looked at it, and they didn't know what to do. So they knew to bring it back to the women of the village, and the women would know. So they picked all that they could and they carried it back to the village. And
Wait,
the women
wait.
looked at it
Somebody say you gotta be a sick man.
and they said, we know what
to
the
massacre a crow with a giant bow.
this is, this is corn. So all the women went back out and they picked everything that was there. They brought it back. They cooked some of it up and had a big feast. And they helped feed everyone for a little while. But they took what was left and they planted it. And that's the story about how Choctaws got corn. It's a cool story. Like it's long and there's more details with.
Did you hear how corn came? I don't hear you, Phoenix. That's what corn.
The corn came from the corn fairy, dressed in all white by Nani and Wire, and gave it as a gift to the people that came from the hole.
You telling me the United States didn't lock these people up in the crazy house?
He was eating on some fairy corn.
And crow. Oh, y'all, this is pretty good.
Cream of corn crow chowder.
Hey, y'all, put that in there. Phoenix say cream of corn, cold chocolate. Yeah, put that one in there. They eat that.
With it, but that's the way it was told to me. That's the way I remember it. But it's a really neat story, and all these stories are cool because a lot of them are meant for children. They're meant to learn basics understanding of how Choctaw society works. Like that last story tells the history of how we got corn, but also it talks about, that Choctaw people should always share. They shouldn't be greedy. They should always be willing to
Didn't be liars either.
Greet and be nice to every single person they meet. And that still stands real strong today. I still see that mentality a lot with our Choctaw people. But anyway, these here are river cane baskets. Women also made these. River cane grows a little bit farther east of here. It's basically a native bamboo. It was here before bamboo was brought from Asia. There's only about 1.5% of it left. It's not quite endangered yet, but it will be in the next few years. But it's a native bamboo. Choctaws used it for almost everything. We stripped it, made baskets out of it, used it to make our arrows, our atlatls, used it for making our buildings too if it grew big enough. But basically you take this cane and you strip it into strips and you use these strips and weave it into these baskets here.
Wow, you say.
This is a picture of Choctaws in New Orleans trading. This is a Choctaw woman with her pack basket. This band goes around the forehead and they carry it on their back.
What happened to Mississippi Choctaws?
It was also used to carry pretty much anything. Some were used to carry children. Some were used to carry, whatever you're trading. But, I really like this picture too. I found it a few years ago. And I like using it. I think it represents well how these baskets were used. But there's a Cherokee lady I know. She lives up in the Tahlequah area. And when I was going to school, she was going to grad school at the University of Arkansas. And during the summer, she would make 2 of these baskets. And that would pay for her whole year of school. $5,000 a piece. Collectors would buy them. So they're beautiful baskets. She makes really great baskets. She's friends with all the other ladies that make baskets. And of course, they get into arguments about it when they're all trying to sell it to the same person. But it's definitely an art. Choctaw women in Mississippi are still very avid basket makers. There's still a few left in Oklahoma too, and it's starting to grow.
It's starting to grow.
But Choctaw women also make clothing. So like the shirt I'm wearing now was made by a Choctaw elder. Clothing in the past was different, leather. It was also made plant fibers like lamb's quarter, stinging nettle. You can use those plant fibers, weave them together, and make clothing out of them. Well, when Choctaw ladies were wearing that and they encountered the French in the late 1600s, early 1700s, the French started trading clothing. And the ladies were looking at that and they said, this stuff's a lot better. It's easier to make, it's more durable, and it's a lot cooler. So they adapted to French dresses and French shirts very fast. If you look at this shirt, this comes from a French hunting frock.
Yeah, that cover up
It's
to
got
our Maker Fall collection.
a wide collar on it.
Hey, you said Tom's fall collection.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I
what
mean?
our brother says his fall collection.
He got the Aiglin Couture.
So this doggone Hollywood make an Indian, Order the Red Man make an Indian, is what the Oklahoma people who became recognized in the 70s have come to be these clowns. And they're teaching this to their children. We just gotta wait a few more years, them suckers gonna be dumber. Yeah, Indian in the box. And that's what them black folks start selling on the internet, Indian in the box. And I want them to see that's stupid right there. Ishmael J. Mar, Phoenix, y'all research. You ain't never ran across that in the Library of Congress or nowhere, huh?
No, Chief. And that's exactly why that conversation between you and Tom is what inspired us to go dig into Iron Eyes Cody and realize that he was from Louisiana. Because it was these impersonators like Iron Eyes Cody from Louisiana that was perpetrating and portraying that false image.
I still say the government need to investigate every tribe that they say now is federally recognized, and they can save billions of dollars and bring the artifact back to the museums so people can see this stuff instead of giving this to people who came out of hole and wild Nile eating crow. I didn't say that, they did. Okay, it's time to make my announcement. This is for educational purpose only and for comedy hour of education. And we are enjoying it and laughing. Yes, and we're giving you a hit by watching the show. But if anybody want to see this show again, come back to this channel. Don't get them no more hits to hear that junk. But you can watch it all night and help keep our channel going. So when Chief gets stuff, she'll come right back with it. I'll be right back. Okay, things turn. Yep, that's what that is, them Confederates.
And how's his elder ladies using lamb fiber, but they ain't using the lamb meat?
Well, what?
Something.
It's like the old people used to say in church. Well,
I mean, I done heard of corn on the cob, but they using corn on the crow.
they got two things we know: crow and corn. They mention fish, a nut, crow, and corn.
Chief, they ain't even mentioned no fruit.
No, berries either.
They ain't had no raspberries. They ain't had
That
no.
berries grow wild in the woods.
Yeah.
They ain't mention no nuts. They got pecans and all of that stuff.
But they're
Mr. Waldo,
starving.
you
They
still
shooting
in the
down
house.
crows.
Tell me what you feel about this, Mr. Waldo. You can come join us on stage if you want. I know you want to laugh loud. Mr. Waldo been waiting me to put this on for quite a while, him and Will. I think today was the best day. What y'all say? Corn and Crow Day. Now, they ain't found no blueberries, no pears, no none of that. Sweet potato in the gumbo and corn crow. Tom Ackland must be stopped. Yes, he do finding out, fellas, because I can't take this. I've been laughing till I'm hurting. Yeah, corn on crow. Yeah. I don't know what they make a gravy with. All right, y'all. Phoenix, let's give a little bit more. And then I'm fixing to make that part. All of that, what we don't watch, I'm going to make him eat crow.
And it just little baggy. But I mean, if you look at the French hunting shirts at that time, this is what they look like. This is just a modern adaptation that we still use today. So what I'm wearing now, I just have slacks on. I have my Choctaw shirt, cover my Choctaw belly.
Fashion.
He got that Bayou Lacombe, the Ogla look.
I wanted you to see him. Do you see him down there?
That shirt look a little familiar.
They on blue and these fools on red.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna love that thing. That's why I said go a little more.
My.
They might have the man with the blonde hair, them boots on.
Oh,
How Mr.
wow.
Waldo? Mr. Walter said he just told you his clothes is French. So that is not no traditional clothes, correct? Y'all got to watch this a couple times. Y'all got to take this class. You got to go back, take notes. Because you might run into some of these people. It might be him that came down to Lacombe. We'll say, is that Roger? It might be. That's all Tom Akeland little groups. Tomorrow on part 2, we'll bring in Tom Akeland back to the stage. What y'all say?
Absolutely.
Indeed. Yes.
Since this man say he came to Lacombe and they learned all this big history, y'all. And fools was paying the people out of Lacombe how much for Indian in the box?
They was trying to charge $1,200.
$1,200 for Indian in the box. $1,200 to be taught stupidity and lies.
Eggplant gumbo.
I wouldn't eat that either. That go along with the crow. All right. Here we go. Phoenix. Yep, puff sleeves. Them daggone French puff sleeves they got on. All right, Phoenix, a little more.
And she feeds me too much. But this is a modern. This is what Choctaw people wear. Sometimes, not everyone wears them, but a lot of people wear them during special events. So this is our equivalent of a suit in our culture. So me being up here wearing this is my fancy clothes, and I like it much better than a suit. I don't like ties.
Need to put him and Camilla together.
But anyways, you can see Choctaw women make really elegant dresses. We've picked up, Choctaw women always made beads, but this 1890s, we adapted this different style of beading. And there's a lot of that seen today. You can see it in all these images. And
Mr. Waldo, I don't know how much
Choctaw people wear to celebrate
fake history, but this junk they need to put this on Netflix.
He really, really itchy. He scratch a lot.
Got daggone European clothes on.
Yeah, he one of them Napoleon natives.
If y'all liking tonight, throw some hearts up to help make our algorithm go good. Hearts, love. Come on, because I'm getting ready to flip over and tell Phoenix we'll do the other half tomorrow on part 2 with Tom. I think y'all see them. I wanted to get y'all to these outfits right here. Y'all see them? Phoenix saw it. We only know one group got them blue ones like that. That one with them boots on and what he had, blonde hair and a hatchet. They look retarded. Phoenix, you know the man, what's his name? One of Tom's students, Babe, whatever his name is.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And that blonde hair, them boots and that hatchet. And they were like, oh, I won't want to run into him. For what? That sucker couldn't do nothing with that hatchet. But act stupid. And the government need to see. And the government need to make these people show their ancestors. And stop going to get other people's ancestors. Now, Phoenix, just get past this picture and I'm already ready to go on the debunk page. Mr. Waldo said I was wrong for that.
So we'll talk about the important people, the men.
Important people.
In Choctaw society, the men are called the takers of life. So we're the ones that kill things. That's what we do.
You're right, y'all kill things.
Bashing people over the head. And I'll show you some things that men.
Can I rewind that? What did he do? What?
You can back it up because you look. You can't watch this until y'all go put it on a big screen and watch it, okay?
In Choctaw society, the men are called the takers of life. So we're the ones that kill things. That's what we do. That's what we're made for. Bashing people over the head. And I'll show you some things that men use to bash other men's heads in with. Those are really cool. But men did all the hunting, so they were in charge of providing meat for the families. Like I said, the men are in charge of, they're the takers of life. They're going out and they're killing animals, which
Yo,
in
that
the
man
Choctaw
name is
mindset
Emmanuel John.
are brothers and sisters.
What's his name, Chief?
Emmanuel John.
Oh, wow. I thought he was Chief Sitting Running Bull.
The man in the picture name is Emmanuel John.
Of Choctaw people. Not in like this, romanticized, speaking to rocks thing. No, that's out the window. But in the old Choctaw mindset, the creator took a part of himself and made every living thing. So that means every living thing, the plants, the animals, and people all come from the creator. They're all interconnected, intertwined.
Did y'all catch that? Now they came out of Waianae out the cave.
Yeah.
Now the creator took something out of him and made them.
Now, when the clay came out wet and they set it in the sun to dry, it came out their color. So the animals must have had a different clay.
How many times was they born or made or created? Answer that, Will. How many times they was created? Mr. Waldo, somebody. Mike, finding out feather, somebody. DeVita. How many times so far have they been created a different way?
About 3-4 times already.
I can see why they were starving too, because this humor so damn dry. You got to be dying of thirst. He's got them corny ass jokes. How you the taker and you can't even go kill nothing? You so bad at hunting, y'all got to go hunt after some crows. Clearly, you ain't doing your job, Mr. Man.
What about a rabbit, a squirrel?
Yeah,
a deer, a wild hog.
Boy, go sit down somewhere.
So when a man would go out and hunt, he would have to ask permission. And then he would have to thank the animal for giving its life up to provide for their family and for their food. It all comes down to balance. And that way it also prevented overhunting. Choctaws were really good at managing the environment, knowing when not to overhunt deer, until the fur trade started and we decimated the deer population. That wasn't a good thing. But these things happen. It's all about the ebb and flow of culture and change. The men were in charge of protecting the community. The Choctaws were the largest tribe in the Southeast, but we're a defensive tribe. We're a diplomatic tribe. So we usually would not go out and start a conflict. We're usually a peaceful tribe. But if other groups like the Muskogee or the Chickasaw
now down here in the bottom right, it looked like Tom sitting right there in the audience with his Bob Barker toupee on right there.
That's a big day for them. You see how crowded the room is? That's a big day for them.
That's crazy right there. This is...
If y'all such a peaceful tribe, why was y'all owning slaves?
Oh, Lord. These people...
Clearly, they needed slaves to help them eat. Because they didn't...
go kill Crow.
The Crow didn't go over too well with the rest of the matriarchs, I guess. Or was the Crow a strange thing that they had amongst themselves because they never took them back to the village?
Well, I appreciate that, Jones Jr. Jones Jr. said, one thing, he know more history tonight. He learned to know more history tonight than the wannabes. That's what I want y'all to see. Remember what your grandmothers and grandfathers said. Don't listen to these fools. They people crazy.
Yeah, they definitely crazy. How'd they greet the white man?
I'll put this up here. This is what Mr. Waldo saying. I agree. They don't know their history. Now, it ain't like they got people over there, freedmen, because they was their slaves. Here you go. Somebody say, he hasn't mentioned a slave. It's mentioned slavery.
Nope.
Okay. If y'all ready to stop, let me know.
What sometime?
Y'all let us know if y'all want to stop or if y'all want to go a few more minutes because I do have some hot burning receipts.
Yeah, we ready for the receipts.
Somebody say he looked like he play video games all day. The government give him the money for it.
Yeah, he a greasy gamer. Him and his people greeting the white man, talking about me from tribe of Heckle and Jekyll.
Come out of the hole. And the lie they stole, they put it in a bucket. And the bucket got a hole in it.
Bucket got a hole.
Yeah. They singing Harry Belafonte. The bucket got a hole in it. Yeah, that's right. Somebody said, what about wild turkeys? Who that said that? That was a good one. We left that one out.
That's right.
Wild turkeys was a good one.
They didn't have nothing.
No cranberries, nothing. No, they had nothing.
And this supposed to be before they went to Oklahoma, y'all. When they came out the oil. That's before they got the corn. Now they got a doggone tooth fairy and a corn fairy. Nope, they didn't eat quails. I ain't gonna let them know I raised quails. They ain't come and get my quail. Yeah, corn liquor talking. That's what they got. Corn to make corn liquor. Who's that? All right, y'all. Phoenix, tomorrow we can pick up, but let's do a few receipts tonight. Y'all want to do a few receipts?
Yes, Chief. Let's do a few.
All right, let's do some receipts because these people got buckets with holes in it and everything. Let me see. Let me see which one I'm going to go with first, whichever one I get to. All right, do y'all see that picture on the screen?
No, ma'am.
Huh?
No.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me see if it's going to let me. Let me see if it's letting me. I'm bringing y'all something. Let's see what's going on. All right. Y'all remember this picture? Do y'all see it? Yeah, I see it on the other computer. Y'all see that picture? I'm not going to read it because I want y'all to read it so y'all know I'm not lying. Receipt number 1. Who want to read it? Ishmael. You know, that's where the men were getting drunk and the women were cooking and they had the summer house and the winter house. And they come from somewhere in Lacombe. Read what it say. Where did that come? Who got that picture right now?
It says Choctaw settlement at Bonfacar, St. Tammany Parish, Louisiana.
That's what it say. That's right.
1846.
Yes, ma'am.
Why they won't show the picture? This comes from the Bureau of American Anthropology. Bulletin 69, plate 11. Still in my history. If y'all think I just delivered a receipt, I'm coming back to the camera to see. If y'all think that's a receipt, send me lots and lots of hearts and loves because we just debunked that, didn't we? What you say, Ishmael?
Absolutely, Chief. Grand opening, grand closing. You went right to the source reference.
Debunked. What kind of receipt y'all think that is? Let me know. Send me some hearts and loves. Come on. See, I've been telling y'all I've been telling the truth. I've been letting these people do what they have to do, but I have to wait till I got some papers filed for something so I could bring it out. So if they lie now, that people can say, well, how y'all got that? Because I've been delivering packets today and yesterday. Isn't that wonderful, Phoenix? Steal that.
Okay.
You go to the government, and that's in Bonfacar, not Lacombe.
And not Oklahoma either.
Not Mississippi, not out of Wyandotte, not out the Horn. They liars and thieves like Christopher Columbus. These are tornadoes off of the storm. He was the disaster like hit the coast the other day and walked it way on up. And these daggone tornadoes, the Tormakelins, is still stealing from us. So I figured on Christopher Columbus Day of a liar and a thief and a murderer and all of this and a rapist. Let me debunk these suckers. Did I debunk them? Y'all want me to bring it in a little bigger for you? Yeah, the same picture he had. So they a liar, huh, Phoenix?
Like a rogue.
Somewhere down in Louisiana, and Choctaw and Lacombe gave him that stuff. You're a lie. We may couldn't have gone out and defended ourselves in the past, but thank you guys for bearing with me to learn how to bring the truth to you through social media. Like I say, I am who I say that I am. And I said, Bonfacop is where this stuff was. Do y'all see it? I got a lot of good stuff. I'm gonna start debunking some stuff. Got something else for y'all. Hold on. I can't give you just one receipt because I showed you other stuff. So that wouldn't be nice. So let me get over here and go get you something else. All right. Let me exit full screen. See what y'all saying. Y'all saying anything over here? Let me go get you something else to eat. I'm going for something else. I'm not fixing to let them keep lying. And we don't pop some receipts upside their head. Now tell them eat crow. Y'all put that in there. Eat crow. Eat crow, eat crow. You a liar. Your pants is on fire. Here we come back, Phoenix. I'm bringing y'all another receipt. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Okay, Ishmael, I'm going to do it like this. Where that come from, Ishmael? It's about Bruce Snell, right? Which one of y'all want to start reading? Y'all see the little house he had in the bottom corner that he came to Lacombe and a man taught him how to build it? Let's read about that. Let's see if the Indians was in Lacombe.
It says, in the foreground, near a fire in the open, others are gathered beneath the shelter. On the left, while the right of the door of the fire cabin, a woman is busily engaged with mortar and pestle, probably preparing combo ashish.
Okay, combo is gumbo. Gumbo, they say, is an okra from Africa, right, Ishmael?
That's what they say.
You heard what I said.
I heard
But
exactly what you
ours
said.
was not gumbo. What was it?
Combo.
All right. Come on.
The use of the large carrying baskets, the kishish of the Choctaw is clearly indicated, and the group in the foreground may be engaged in preparing dyes and the materials for basket making with the strips of cane scattered on the ground. The open basket making, the open shelter was probably in use throughout the South, and the one which stood at Bofaca in 1846 was undoubtedly typical of all. So they resembled the houses of the Seminole as described.
So if you want to know what y'all houses look, they looked like ours. Why? Because the Creeks and the Choctaw is the same people. Go ahead.
They resembled the houses of the Seminole as described on another page. This may have been the summer house so often mentioned within the past few years. Traces of a settlement or campsite have been encountered on a slight ridge 100 yards or more from the shore of Lake Pontchartrain, about 12 miles northeast of New Orleans. Many bits of pottery are found mingled with the shells and sand, and human remains have been discovered. This may have been a landing place on the shore of the lake where parties coming from the opposite side would encamp, or those returning would await favorable weather before attempting to cross. in the year 1771, it was said the buildings of the Choctaw were exactly similar to those of the Chickasaws, unquote.
But we know this come from Bonfaka, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Why he couldn't say that?
Right.
Because he wanted to be his ancestors. And he ain't my kinfolk and don't look like none of them. And I'm still in Bonfaka. So, you know, when people took and ran with Duke, Creed, and Lacombe, that was my intention. Because I know the thieves come. Y'all with me? If it's a receipt, send me some fire and some hearts. 161 people in the room. I don't know how many on TV, but hit the like button. Is they lying? Am I giving y'all some receipt? Isn't it good when somebody that say they're a real Indian can debunk liars on
Absolutely.
social media and just pull it out of my record book? See, I took a picture of this out of my book. Y'all know I have books. I put my book out on Tom. Y'all remember? Okay, got another receipt. All this going around taking all the history, Ishmael. I got something we need to start working on.
Yeah, and in Muskogee culture, we call those cheekies. Those are cheeky homes.
I got a couple things we're gonna work toward. Just wait 1 second. I'm coming back. Let me see. Not that one. Hold up. I took me some pictures real quick before I went on air because I'm tired of the line. I'll keep going down to that one. I got a little better receipt, Ishmael, because I'm tired of them lying. Not that one. Well, how many times I put you over there? I need y'all to see what I'm telling you is factual. Go up to this one, maybe. Not that one. Don't tell me I have to send it over there because it's a good receipt I'm looking for. That's why I'm having a problem finding it. Nope. Okay, hold on, y'all. We can talk for a minute. Let me get this receipt for you. It only takes a second. All right. Well, give me a minute.
No problem.
Give me a minute. I'm gonna be right back with that. Hold up.
And you know, the real information of how like even tribes feed themselves could really be told from the families. There's a
That's right.
video on my page where I'm interviewing my grandmother. She was about 96 when I was interviewing her. I think she was like 94 at the time. And I was asking her, like, Grandma, how was y'all like feeding yourself during the Depression? You know, she was born before the Depression came in the 1919, I think she was born. So she went through the 20s and stuff. She was saying, well, I mean, we just, we had our own maple syrup off the tree. We would make, the preserves from the jam. We would, of course, grow our own food, and we would take the extra food that we would have and we would put it on the wagon and go sell it in the town so that we can also make money. Not only was we eating, but we would go and make extra money. So if you really studied indigenous history or American Indian history, you would know that the indigenous people would be making fishing hooks out of like bones. Like
right.
there was no starving. You can actually go to parts of Alabama and Mississippi and Louisiana and dig in the water and go bring a catfish out. You're not going to starve. So all of this going and hunting and eating crow, that goes against everything that your own ancestry should have been teaching you. If you can go right there and go pull up a big catfish as long as your body right now with no hook or nothing, how you talking about you starving so bad you got to go hunt a crow?
Because it's a lie.
That's right. They the tribe of Pinocchio.
Here we come. All right. I'm getting tired of all this Choctaw junk in Mississippi. Y'all see that? You see it, Ishmael?
Yes, Chief. I see it absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna go up to the bottom. Let's start at the bottom. Let's follow this here trail of artifacts that they stealing from Alabama and everywhere. Y'all know I done showed y'all the West Florida thing, right? So we know West Florida all go together with us over here, right?
That's right.
Start at 10,000 BC. Who was there? I'm gonna let you walk up it, Ishmael.
Okay, so that pre-projectile point they talking about, that 10,000
Yes.
BC. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. What's next?
And then that early Paleo. Then I see the side box of the Paleo Indian dealing with the late Paleos. And that's the 8. That's the 8,000, and then it's the 6,000 BC. I see that.
Go ahead.
And then the early archaic, the middle archaic, and the late archaic.
And then we come to the one that everybody know. What is that?
That's right, and that's that poverty point. That's that
Oops, what
poverty
come
point.
after poverty point?
After, yep, that's the Chula, and the Tefungta.
Wow, we are there, huh?
You are, and they was not using that term before you was using the term being applied to the people.
Because they
wasn't.
Choctaw. They were Choctaw.
Choctaw, yep.
Yeah, Choctaw. Okay, and you notice it say by Pontchartrain, huh?
Yep, see that, yep.
They got a little deeper. Okay, Marksville. There they go.
Marksville, yep.
They after us. They in the 80s, which that's us behind us. We ain't die out. They white folks just keep changing junk and saying stuff. But okay, so now here we is at Marksville.
Marksville, yep.
200 AD to 400 AD. Baytown.
Yep.
Look at the next one.
Coles Creek.
So the creek come later, don't it?
Right.
Look at their years. And then we finally make it to the Mississippians.
Right.
And the Plaquemines. So how is anybody coming from Mississippi? And the Mississippi they talking about here is the Mississippi River. So that could be anywhere along the Mississippi River.
Right.
Because there was no Mississippi state in 15 AD.
Right.
So somebody been lying, huh?
It ain't adding up.
What y'all say over here, audience?
CVS receipts.
They're going to make me pull some more. Let them keep lying. So if you see they lying and the receipts prove the truth, could y'all please give us some fire if you think you got some receipts to debunk, or did I give enough receipts to debunk where the houses come from and who's over here? Now, how is the Choctaw, any of them, claiming historical stuff, Ishmael, that they name don't tag to?
That's right.
Are y'all listening? They come out a hole. I ain't come out no hole. And the artifacts is these things you see here. I am who I say that I am. And the people have stolen my identity of my people. And y'all need to stop looking in Cracker Jack boxes for your folks and go pull y'all records. Mr. Waldo said they don't know enough history to tell a good lie. That's why when them fools went out on the internet telling people I was fake, how could they say I'm fake when they ain't got nothing? They run around here with Tom making with some daggone gumbo made out of some weird stuff. Might have done ate some crow, because I'm making them eat crow right now. Say eat crow, Chief. Say eat crow. Eat crow.
Eat crow.
Stop lying to the public. You cannot tie to these histories. I don't know where y'all come from. That 27-year-old boy need to stop. And they all sitting in the audience trying to get a history. Yeah, he know the story sounds stupid. But I hope somebody tell him to come over here and eat crow. Have y'all enjoyed the receipts that I delivered for tonight? Because it's going to be more to come. I'm not going to hold y'all all night because I'm going to show y'all some real stuff. On the 7th at 6 o'clock, we'll be at the parish complex so that we can get the names officially, legally done through the system on correcting the part from Selma to Bonfaka and the trace, like I said, from Slidell to Bonfaka trace head. And we got a whole lot more stuff coming. I got to give it to y'all in pieces. Mr. Waldo always said, because I went by his house and showed him a lot of this stuff. Mr. Waldo said, Chi, I don't know nobody can show the stuff that you done showed me. Isn't that what you said, Mr. Waldo? And my stuff is legit. They stole my identity. They start talking about Choctaw when it was Choctaw. Choctaw is our race. The nation is Shafunkta. The village or the land is Bonfaka. Don't people live in Atlanta, Georgia, in United States? Am I right? Each one of those things is giving you direction. I am a Choctaw, my race. Camilla says she an Indian and Asian and black or whatever. I'm a Choctaw. I'm not none of the other names. Choctaw. My nation, Shafunkta. I didn't make up no name or went on the internet, put together a tribe and bought it out of a box or none of that. My history is in Washington. My grandfather signed the Dancing Rabbit Treaty. You got me? There are
Yes,
real
Chief.
Indians who look like me that if you get up and dig right and don't get caught in this stupid junk. Yeah, people are, I'm trying to go on the Dawes Road. So you eat crow? I ain't on no Dawes Road, Cooper's Road, none of them roads. I don't want to be on them. Do y'all understand? Trying
Yes,
to do
Chief.
what you think Indians doing is like eating crow. It's like washing greens in the bathtub. You picking up somebody else's bad behavior. Go see what your grandma said. Go see what your grandpa said. Go look for your records in the record department. Don't be sitting there on the internet paying people to go find your history and they don't know your grandma. Do y'all understand what I'm saying?
Yes, Chief.
Your history is out there. Southeast United States was full of American Indians that looked like me. And I'm not ashamed to say I'm of America because my people fought for this place. And on my grandfather's treaty, it says America. So I have no choice. He adopted to the citizenship under the name of America, but it wasn't America before that. Tomorrow I'm going to show what the name is. You remember I showed y'all Spain? I'm going to show you some more stuff tomorrow. Yeah, do your genealogy. And if something come toward you dressed stupid and weird, run. We ain't looking for the corn fairy. Why do you have a white man last name? What make you think is a white man last name? I'm not trying to be arrogant, but if it's your name, it's your name, boys. If you don't use that name, you can't get the what's yours. If I don't use my grandpa's name, I could not say that I tied to the Dancing Rabbit Treaty that his name was on. You understand that, Ishmael?
Yes, I sure do.
The white man wasn't here first. Most of the white people and Asians, when they get here, they change their name and change the spelling. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? It ain't about the name. It's about information and your facts. Changing your name ain't going to change what's been stolen from you. But it could put a distance between you and what's yours. That's what name reflect, lineage. And if your lineage break, you can't prove you connect to the land. Indians don't have to run around hollering for 40 acres and a mule and not being rude to the people that was promised there. But Indians that didn't go to Oklahoma have land here, and Indians that went to Oklahoma left land here in trade for land there. So you should have a piece of land somewhere, here or there. My biggest question, why do people go to white folks to ask them, am I on your list? If they took time to steal your identity, they sure not going to give it back freely. And a lot of times they switch names. It wasn't about it was a white man name. First of all, you were forced to take a last name to be in America. It's called a family name. It ain't a white man name, it's a family name. And if you done wore it for generation, it's your name. Y'all, where I'm at, Mr. Waldo said it was a land for land swap. That's correct. So, do your homework. There's a lot of y'all out there that connects to your grandparents, but you got to look for it. We had a good dinner tonight. I'm going to be letting y'all go. We did not eat crow. No. Don't eat crow. Crow is nasty. And I ain't talking about tasting. I see them eating dead stuff on the road all the time around here. Because the Native American flashes membership card, that's because the United States got to keep track of him with that membership card. I don't have no membership card. I have my identity. I have my history and facts. Don't get caught up in the card. The card don't get you nothing. Don't you see that man got a card and how dumb and stupid he is? You more smarter than that man I just showed you.
Yeah, he got a card eating crow.
I
said he got a card and he eating crow.
Eating crow. And he the historian. All right, y'all. Tomorrow, we at the 157 people in the room. Don't know how many on the television. Hit your like button. We're at 2 hours, 8 minutes, and 34 seconds. I want you to come back and visit with me tomorrow, so I'm not going to hold you no longer. But what took us a little longer, you have to see some of this live. Tomorrow, we'll finish on part 2. Phoenix, Mark, please, the spot stopped at, and we'll come back tomorrow. But we stopped at where the people was wearing the red outfit like these dumb fools. We know they wear the blue and white one. I want to close tonight with saying we got to stop listening to other people that we don't know that can't give us a receipt. That man couldn't even get his lie straight. But one thing we know, Tom Maitland told us they didn't know nothing about us till he told them. And he said he came down here 10 years ago. We know he met up with Tom Maitland around the same time the fake Bayou Lacombe Choctaw. So now Ishmael, I kept telling y'all there was not a tribe named Choctaw because that was a tar pit man who owned a tar pit, a European. I think I proved tonight that it's Bonfaka, Choctaw, and Shafanta.
Yes, Chief, you sure did. Brought the receipts.
So none of those historical stuff. Now I am going to bring y'all some stuff that show y'all Lacombe, but that's still my family that married and moved to Lacombe. But if you go ask them where they come from, they're going to say Bonfaka, but y'all finna learn Bonfaka was big, just like West Florida. Okay? It was big. They kept stealing and stealing and stealing till I just can't let them steal the last piece. And no, our men wasn't going around popping nobody in no head. Those tools was used to hunt with, Ishmael. He too dumb to know even if you kill a hog, you hit him in the head, right, Ishmael?
Right.
This fool that say that's to bust somebody upside the head.
I'm going to make sure I follow your advice, Chief. I'm not going to listen to people I don't know because I ain't going to end up eating no damn crow.
I'm not eating none either. And y'all saw Bovacar on the Spanish map when now they went to Spain. See, I know them other countries know who we are. So it's Bovacar. Tomorrow I'm going to show you a little bit more about Bovacar so we can go on and have a part 2 to debunk the lie. What we got to do when we see these lies out there, we got to do like Will did. Chief, view this and see what this crazy man said. And then that means I just got to pull my book out and debunk it with historical receipt. But what you didn't see on there was Choctaw, huh? So now, Ishmael, we got to start writing letters asking how did Choctaw start claiming the stuff in Moundville when it had nothing to do with Choctaw.
Understood.
They need to go get some papers showing us Choctaw. If you don't find Choctaw, you don't find Shafunka. Which I know we got Shafunka to tell you the years.
Mm-hmm.
And I got papers that show what they dug up, when they dug it, what year, and where it's at. Being that they so ignorant, they didn't know we was here till Tom Maitland told. They let you know they weren't worrying about us back here, Ishmael. And I'm not worrying about them there, but I'm going to debunk the lies.
And that's the difference, Chief. You never left the ancestral homeland.
That's correct. I'm right where I was. Like I keep telling people, I was here before the Europeans came, my grandfather said. So these videos, y'all keep them so clean, and I appreciate that and thank y'all. But you can refer people back to Columbus Discovered What? Part 1. Tomorrow will be Columbus Discovered What? Part 2. Then we'll go back to these fake tribes that we were dealing with earlier this year. Okay? So I'm going to tell y'all I love y'all. Thank you for giving me time. I don't care when I come on, and I'm not trying to abuse y'all courtesy, but I thought we could not let this holiday that's fake, and the fake people that's still fake. We done had the hurricanes that have destroyed us physically for over 500 years. Now the tornadoes is spinning out there like Tom, Grey Hawk. When they discovered those places 10 years ago, they set up a pattern to rob them. And they doing a good job at robbing a history that they can't even interpret. So I'm going to say goodnight. We cooked up a good dish for you all, and it wasn't crow. And you didn't have no corn fairy delivering the corn. You ate the truth tonight. And I gave you a receipt that I didn't steal it. It was served up by a hereditary chief. I said my grandfather served in Oklahoma, the last hereditary chief. At the same time, he was serving in West Florida. And he had to go serve there because his uncle died mysteriously in Washington, D.C. And from what we read, Andrew Jackson had to bring the word to our people. That's in Washington, D.C. So if you're going to teach your children something, teach them a history that's true. Don't teach them cheering about no daggone corn fairy. That sounds like a tooth fairy. You know what my grandson would say? Don't come to me with that mess because I don't believe it. It ain't real. He's 7. You got an auditorium of grown people sucking up that soup. Good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Love, peace, and blessing. And thank y'all, as usual. And if you ever need Chief, just like y'all come on for me, I'll come on for you. All right. Good night, everybody. Good night, Mr. Waldo. Good night, Davida. Finding Out Feathers. And I'm telling y'all why I'm naming these people, because they here from the beginning. Sunflower. And if I skip your name, it's because I have thought on with it all the way. Good night, Phoenix and Ishmael and Jamar, all of that.
Good night,
Will,
everyone. We love y'all. Good night, Chief. Love you, and
all
thank you so
right.
much, also, Cousin Phoenix. Love you.
All right. Thank y'all.